Hello, ghouls and boys! Alex here with the Top 5 Shorts show, or maybe it's the Top 5 Dark Thoughts show, wishing you a deeply unhappy Halloween from Barcroft TV. Here at Barcroft we bring you a brand spanking new short video clip every single weekday, plus full-length television documentaries on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So about the scariest thing I can imagine this Halloween is not being subscribed. You better make sure you are. Kicking things off by dancing a jive at 5, it's all the single babies. Bobby Boyden is only 19 months old, but she's already impressing audiences at pageants across the UK with her Beyonce dance moves. This video sparked off a host of debates about whether pageants are just fun, harmless competitions for youngsters who like to perform and dress up, or whether they're money-spinning exercises that can really have a negative impact upon kids' development of personality and attitude. Some commenters had really strong opinions too on whether it's okay for little ones to wear short, blingy dresses, wigs and makeup. However, some of you asked a very different question. Why the cluck does there appear to be a live chicken in the living room at 2:15? Well, in addition to 2 dogs, the Boyden family also keep 3 chickens as pets. 3 chickens, 3 beaks. I bet their favourite Beyonce song is Bills, Bills, Bills. It's a Destiny's Child joke, although a bit of a paltry one. Sorry! Soaring in at number 4, it's a world first as a whopping 57 skydivers managed to form 2 separate complex formations as they hurtle through the air, something that's never been achieved before on this planet. Let's think about how truly difficult this is for just 1 second. There are 57 of you all plunging towards the ground at 180 miles an hour, and you have to form yourself into not 1 but 2 perfect patterns with only 45 seconds of free fall in which to complete the feat. Plus, as you're whizzing through the clouds, you can't hear each other, so you can only communicate using signals. Wowzers. Now, last week I asked you glory globules to suggest a Halloween costume for me, and your ideas were hilarious. A particular favourite of mine was Charlie Hall's comment that I should come as Barcroft YouTube Raider. Because I was wearing a jumper that was covered in pictures of burgers, a lot of your suggestions were fast food themed, so I've dressed my hands up as boxes of French fries for you. However, since a few of you said I look scary enough as it is, thanks you charmers, I decided to dress up as something the cat dragged in. What do you reckon? I don't think I've ever looked better, huh? For my next challenge to you, I'd really like to know if there's someone you think deserves to be a lot more famous than they currently are. Is there a criminally underrated actor, singer, or someone with an unusual talent that you think should have more time in the limelight? Let me know in the comments below. But in the meantime, let's continue our countdown. If I told you that our number 3 video this week contained a lot of big cats, I wouldn't be lying. Carl Bovard has 6 tigers and 2 lions that he keeps in his backyard, and he often wrestles with the hairy, heavyweight beasts, despite the fact that 2 years ago he had to have his nose stitched back together after it was bitten by a leopard. Now, whenever Barcroft TV share videos of people who keep large animals in their homes, such as the woman in Florida who's got Bengal tigers in her garden, we always get 2 types of comments. One saying that someday these keepers are going to find themselves on the inside of their furry friends' stomachs, and one saying that these big species really should be roaming free in the wild. Yet this time, many of you seemed impressed by Carl's point that the so-called wild isn't always safe for the majority of animals because they're threatened by poachers and their natural habitats have been damaged by mankind. If you've got an opinion on this, of course we'd love to hear it, so let rip in the comments section with your thoughts. Just try not to rip anyone's nose off in the process. Holy smokes, Barcroftians! Zooming in at 2, it's the first video from our brand new YouTube channel, Barcroft Cars, and it tells the story of a guy who's built his very own street-legal version of the Batmobile. His real name is Zach Mihailovich, but you guys have christened him with a new nickname, Zachman. Not only does Zach's Batmobile look good and sound good, but this real-life superhero is using it to do good too. Zach's refusing to flog his comic book car to the highest bidder and has turned down numerous huge offers from people who want to buy his wicked whip. Instead, he's teamed up with the Make-A-Wish Foundation to make the dreams of terminally ill children come true by visiting them dressed up as Gotham's most famous resident and taking them for a spin in his awesome automobile. If you want to hear more stories about the wildest vehicles on the road, then our new channel Barcroft Cars will definitely be right up your street. The response since we introduced our new petrol-powered baby to you all on Monday has been absolutely kick-ass. So make sure you're subscribed and jump in our ride. You know what we're like at Barcroft too, we've always got something new and juicy on the horizon. So keep your hands firmly locked to the steering wheel and your eyes stuck to your screens. Finally, squeezing its way into our number one spot this week is a big story about an itty-bitty waist. It's so hot. 27-year-old New Yorker Kelly Lee DeKay has trained her waist to fit into minuscule 16-inch corsets because she digs the extreme looks, striking costumes and way out exaggerated proportions of cartoon characters like Storm from X-Men. She should totally give the Zach man a ring and arrange a comic book themed shoot in his Batmobile, don't you reckon? Obviously, Kelly's belly-squishing, eye-popping image is never going to be everyone's cup of tea, and you guys were divided on whether you thought her super small corset looked great, grim, or just plain painful. Lots of you were concerned about Kelly's health too, and what might happen if she ever decided she wanted to fall pregnant, although she says she regularly sees a doctor to make sure everything's okay. That's Top 5 Shorts all done for this week. But since it's Halloween, that's Top 5 Shorts all done. But let's take a beady-eyed spy at what's coming up very soon on Barcroft TV. This week we saw Caped Crusaders, but next we're going to Cape Town. For now, I'm off. See you soon, blood-curdler gurglers.